Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave. I'm the host of the program. Welcome to the show. Thanks for dialing us up here tonight. Today, are you aware of this? Today is Elvis Presley's 58th birthday. Elvis Presley's 58th birthday. Yeah, that's right.
58. He would have been 58
birthday,
today.
Elvis Presley. Elvis celebrated quietly at home with friends. It's interesting, now that the Bush administration is winding down, various cabinet members are talking about the accomplishments of the administration. Lawrence Eagleburger, Secretary of State, this afternoon was talking about all of the foreign policy and domestic advancements under the Bush administration. Coincidentally, it was during the Bush years that the White House commissary started serving Eagleburgers. Did you know that? Maybe not. I'm a little nervous tonight. My fiancée is in the audience. We're going to the Poconos. Hey, meteorologically speaking, have you heard about the big storms in Los Angeles, California? Southern California deluged with big seasonal storms out there. Here's what happens. They get these low-pressure disturbances over the Pacific, and they kind of stall there around Southern California, and they just pound that community with a lot of rain. And they're having trouble with slides, mudslides. In fact, it's really gotten so bad, officials have advised Cher to keep her face inside. So Dan Quayle apparently trying to sneak one last little deal in here before he leaves office. Apparently over the Christmas holidays, he was skiing in Colorado. So he and some buddies decide what they'll do is they'll get an Air Force jet to fly them when they're done skiing in Colorado to play golf in Arizona.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe this guy is presidential material after all. Did I mention my fiancée is in the audience? I've never been more deeply in love. I'm an idiot.
I'm thrilled for you.
I'm 45 years old. I got a suit on. I stand here in front of the camera and I scream things like
Absolutely. More power to you.
On the program this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Michael McKean, a fine actor and one of the members of Spinal Tap, is joining us this evening. Of course, that's my future brother-in-law right there in the sweatshirt right there. Hey, Dave, hey, go, Dave. Not really all that amused, is he? Nice to have you in a family, Dave. Also on the program this evening, she's been with us before, eh? Oh, one of our favorites, Chaka Khan, is here tonight. If there's any trouble at the reception, I'll handle it, okay, Dave? My brother-in-law.
Yeah, well, be nice to him. You want to ingratiate yourself with the family.
Yeah, you betcha. Also on the program this evening from the MTV and the Today Show, Tabitha Soren. What a lovely show. Hey, let's say hello to our friend Paul Schaefer. He's right over there.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, David. Will you do me one favor?
Yeah, what is it, buddy?
Can I be first to kiss the bride?
Yeah! Oh,
Because
sure. Well,
I
it's up to the lovely Marie.
Whatever.
What is it? What? Maria.
Maria.
Of course, I just call her Marie sometimes.
Well,
that shows you how much in love we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night. We have a delightful program for you, and we're going to begin it tonight, as we always do on Friday, by answering our viewer mail. This is actual letters, and they've been sent in from actual viewers, and I believe it's this show and 60 Minutes are the only two shows in existence now that actually answers their viewer mail. There may be a couple in Europe, but I don't really know. A little coffee here to kick things off. Cartoons, Hanna-Barbera, you can't beat it.
Can't beat those sounds.
Letter number one. Letter number one. Dear Dave, the other day I was in the mall and all of a sudden I thought I was a fish hook. Has this ever happened to you or Paul? Rod Harris, Hoover, Alabama. Well, that's an interesting letter. Okay. The brown acid is bad. Stay away from the brown acid. It's no good. And now, Country Joe and the fish. Thank you. Do you, Dave, take Maria? Larry, get away from the punch. You should be parking cars, pal. Could I be just a little more annoying? Hey, huh? What do you mean, no? Dear Dave, letter number 2 begins, why, when you were going to sit after the monologue, oh, this is a question about the operational procedure of the show, or the procedural operation of the show. After the monologue, the camera takes a shot of Paul instead of just following you. What do you do in those few seconds that the television viewing public cannot see you? My cousin and I have been mystified with it for the longest time. This comes from Richard Diaz and Lillian Salazar. It took 2 people to write this letter. I know what they're talking about. When I introduce Paul, like I just did here, let me recreate this and I'll show you. Okay, now this is a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse into big-time show business, or as big-time as we get here at NBC. All right, so, hey. Hey, Dave, you need another 8-pack? No, we're okay, Larry. Don't worry. Everything's fine. I introduced Paul right here. Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. Now, see the camera. All right. Normally, the camera takes that shot of Paul. Now, while that camera is on, I walk over here to the bookshelf. I pick up this copy of TV's Alice, Linda Lavin, and I give her a gentle kiss. Oh, thank you very much.
That's the procedural operation behind that.
Letter number 3. Hey, Dave, we all know your goofy face from watching it on TV. But if the NBC nurse removed your brain and put it in a jar, could we tell the difference from, say, Paul's brain? Excellent question. Scientifically, Kevin Gillen, University of Chicago. Oddly enough, this afternoon when the letter came in, we tried this. We had a little brain experiment up in the NBC medical laboratory, and we were going to see if there were any differences between Paul's brain and mine. Roll the videotape, and I think you'll see a surprisingly noticeable difference here. Roll it, Hal. Watch this. Okay.
Test 31, cashews.
You sure do love your cashews.
Oh, man, I love nobody loves cashews more than I do. Paul, since they put your brain back in your head, have you felt anything? You feel funny?
I feel a little funny. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm always going to sneeze. Just about to sneeze.
Yeah. That's it.
Letter number 4. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hang on to yourselves. Get ready for real TV entertainment. Letter number 4. What time is it? Dave Nelson, Sacramento, California. Dave, the question, what time is it? What time is it? It's time for Dalmatians. Turn them loose, boys. Here they come. Well, we'll be right back with Michael McKeon. Thanks for joining us, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, every member of tonight's studio audience receives their very own Dalmatian.
If everybody will please come back into the ballroom, the bride and groom are going to cut the cake, okay?
That's me doing an impression of my future brother-in-law at the wedding with his bullhorn.
And Country Joe and the Fish are the band.
Okay, out to the parking lot. They're leaving for their honeymoon now.
Why did we book Country Joe and the Fish at my wedding?
Have you seen your brother-in-law? Didn't mean nothing. Meant nothing by it.
Let's do our top 10 list, ladies and gentlemen, and then... the category tonight, top 10 signs the guy who has pulled you over is not a real cop. The man that has pulled you over on the streets and highways of this country is not a real police officer. Happens with increasing frequency.
Be hard to tell.
Yeah, top 10 signs. Well, that's why we have the little list here for you. Top 10 signs he's not a cop. Number 10, he's driving a Mr. Softy truck. Number 9, nightstick looks suspiciously like one of those really long Slim Jims. Number 8, can't fit you in the back of his car because of all of the chickens. Or I guess Dalmatians would work there, too. Number 7, rather than protect and serve, his motto is lift and separate. Number 6, he keeps calling you mommy. Well, see now there, a guy dressed like a cop calling you mommy has got more than a couple of problems. Number 5, you're blinded by the glare of his silver cape. Number 4, instead of handcuffs, 2 onion rings and a rubber band. Number 3, he jumps in the back seat, holds a gun to your head, and says, drive me to Cincinnati. That's not a cop.
No, that's not.
Number 2, every other word out of his mouth is Martians. And the number 1 sign the guy who's pulled you over isn't a real cop, hates donuts. There you go. Let's bring out our first guest. Very nice man. Very smart. You've known this guy for a long time.
Sure.
As well.
Old friend.
Nice man, very funny man, very smart man, and a great actor. Let's just bring him out and see what he can do. Bring him out here and turn him loose. Our first guest spent last summer touring the country as David St. Nubbins, the lead singer, huh? What? Oh, I'm sorry, Hubbins, forgive me. Would a little whiteout kill you?
Really, at this point in our careers.
The cash bar is now closed.
Chaka Khan will be out here in a couple of minutes doing a song from her new album, her new Grammy-nominated album. Is that correct?
It's a terrific song, too.
Yeah,
she sounds
she'll
great.
be out a bit from now. Also from the MTV. You folks get the MTV on the cable? And also, good morning. I'm sorry. Yeah. The Today Show. Would a little whiteout kill you? Tabitha Soren will be here. Also, now on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, actress Mary Stuart Masterson is here. And, well, by all means, ma'am, come back Monday. John Chancellor is here on Monday, and comedian Paula Poundstone, very funny woman. And now what? Now what? Hey, more Dalmatians. Here we go. Bring 'em in.